It's a sort of gathering from people all around Australia and some international artists.
Letting your mind explode and then implode and dancing.
There shouldn't be any rules. Whatever you can create and come up with.
Pick one or two things and see if they blow your mind.
Who is Tina?
Tina shifts in its meaning.
Critical Animals. It's a critical and creative research symposium, so it's an academic conference crossed with an arts festival, crossed with a sort of performance and presentation skill share.
Electro Fringe is kind of dedicated to helping skill up emerging artists with the skills to use technology to be creative.
Sound Summit looks at developing independent music communities.
Tina is a festival of anarchic harmony.
It's confusing. No one really understands it.
I live in Marrickville in Sydney.
From Sydney?
I'm from Sydney.
I'm from Wickham, which is a suburb of Newcastle.
I'm from Cooks Hill in Newcastle.
I'm from Newcastle.
I'm from Newcastle.
I'm from Sydney.
I'm from on the other side of the park.
I actually grew up in the Barossa Valley in South Australia.
I'm from Sydney.
I'm from Sydney.
I live in Bar Beach at Newcastle.
I'm from Cessnock.
I'm from Newcastle.
I'm from Islington, about 5 minutes down the road.
I'm from Newcastle.
I don't want to tell you. The Hunter Valley.
To learn.
One of the directors of the National Young Writers Festival.
Doing a couple of the panels.
I want to see stuff.
To support the art scene.
I'm part of the Octopus Association.
Because I thought it'd be cool.
It's the time of year that all the great things come to Newcastle.
Absorb as much knowledge as I can.
Because I love the festival.
And volunteer.
I'm working on a mural collaborative project with a number of other artists.
I'm working on the waste management, also facilitating a bike library during the festival, so festival goers can hire bikes for the weekend to get around town.
I think art can be pretty much anything as long as people are making it.
It's for the people who don't necessarily end up with their stuff on a wall in a gallery.
I think everything is art.
Propaganda? I don't know what's not art. I don't know what is art either. I don't know that there's any real answers to that question. Everything, anything, whatever you want it to be.
Greed is not art.
Money.
You know, people are always trying to work out what art is and where its borders kind of stop or begin. I don't care anymore, and I don't think art is about things that are art or aren't art. I think art is a way of looking at the world and finding interest and beauty in almost anything. To one person something might not be art, and that's fine, and to someone else it might be.
That is the question, I think, and that's what the festival is about. What is not art is, and the discussion of that and thinking about that and sharing what we're all making is exactly why we're all here.
You couldn't do this festival in Melbourne or Sydney. We wouldn't have the space, and you wouldn't have that same feeling of people coming here and the town coming alive. It would drown out in a big city.
Newcastle is perfect for it.
It's a space where people can express themselves away from their normal environments.
The space and the temperament of Newcastle suits Tina.
Because everyone's come here and they're out of their cliques and their communities, people can be a little bit freer.
4 festivals like National Young Writers Fest and Electro Fringe and Critical Animals and Sound Summit all at the same time means that you're able to jump between different ways of thinking and different modes of artistic practice and thought, and use all of the knowledge that you gain in the one space, which I don't think is an opportunity afforded to artists in any other environment in Australia.
Networking, interesting and eye-opening.
It is art.
Lots of fun.
Indeterminate, experimental and harmonious.
Unique, interesting and important.
Amazing Newcastle weekender.
Highly underrated.
Fabulous, essential and sustainable.
Under the radar.
Art, music, love.
I kind of wish that I could multiply myself so I could go to other festivals events. That's one of my major regrets. Looking through the program, everything looked exceptional.
Everyone has a really good time. It's always nice to get in the festival club, and you don't necessarily need to go with anyone. You just sort of head down there, and 5 minutes later you're either talking to someone new or talking to someone that you were talking to last year. So yeah, it's always good.
It's just a bunch of volunteers who give so much of their time and energy to make this happen purely because they think it's important.
Tina is always something on the calendar that I look forward to.
I hope that this festival doesn't end today, that it keeps going in terms of people's connections and collaborations that keep moving on and creating new work outside of the festival. That's what I hope.
The ratio of the scale of what we are doing and what we get in funding is astounding.
Nothing's not art. I think everything's art, right?